Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Blackguards. I'm your host Nerian. Where we last left off, we went to the Dendrum Forest again to clear out a few more nodes. We pretty much got rid of all the goblins living in the forest. And we also met Niam, the currently quite high half-elf ranger woman that we need some troll cap mushrooms for so we can get her competent again. So in this episode we'll be getting those mushrooms and probably doing some more stuff with her. So without further ado, let's go to the only node available, which is this lake.
Let's just pick the blasted mushrooms. I've had it with these woods.
Ah, shit.
Oh, great.
Alright, can't really parry the attacks of huge creatures that well with those shield. So, if you get dodge, you can dodge things better. Surprise, surprise. So, we need some mushrooms, so let's go ahead and pick those right away. Got some mushrooms. And our goal is to just kill this giant troll without any aid of swamp gas this time. So I say we go all out. And move here, can we hit it? Yes, we can. Yep. Shouldn't be too bad, because we're more powerful than we were way back when we were doing side quests galore. Except trolls still dodge it surprisingly well for a giant hunk of wood. But that's how it goes.
Who's next?
I still have Sarek fainted instead, because guaranteed hits are always fun, and we can keep, let's say, one more big fire. It still knocks you down. But we should be able to manage still. Because it is quite flammable. And it's going after Zib right now because it, quite wisely, doesn't like being lit on fire. But we can outrun it quite nicely. And take some big hits at it. Well, big hits, relatively speaking. Just getting our shot off. Yeah, this is pretty much already almost over.
Ha!
One more hit should do it. Distracted it nicely, so just take a swing there, take a shot, dodge it somehow, and let's finish it off. There we go, it blows up, and lots of wood. Get a decent chunk of XP, but no loot, because trolls don't carry loot. So now we can go save the elf from herself.
Niam,
Here is the mushroom concoction. Please be competent.
here, drink this.
I'm not thirsty. I'll never be thirsty again.
It'll make your mouth less dry.
Oh, gimme. Ooh, this stuff tastes terrible. Oh, and it makes me sleepy. She's been in that state for a month now, my little sister. What an ugly world. Why does the worst always happen to us? I should have been there to protect her.
Alright, so now she seems to be in a good mind again. So let's see what's going on with her.
Do you know what happened to your sister?
No, not really. She just disappeared one day, and just as suddenly she came back, with that hole. But a week ago, I discovered a stranger in the night. He was bent over Salva, opened her mouth. When he noticed me, he disappeared. I followed him, but I guess I wasn't quite myself.
The healer says you're a poacher.
My gut says you're not much better.
Yeah, we're getting just a nice little band of bad people.
Dreamweed, that doesn't come cheap. A grandee can afford it.
But a huntress?
A grandee? What's that?
What's a grandee? Excuse me, are you serious?
What did the stranger look like?
Sturdily built, bald, and his face was pockmarked.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Lysander's pet torturer.
You know him?
We have a score to settle with him.
I tracked him down all the way to a country house southeast of here, but it's guarded around the clock.
Guess we gotta go bust down another country house.
Can you take us there?
Let's go.
And so we get our fourth party member, Niam, the half-elven hunter, and finally some estrogen. So she's uses bows and is more well equipped than any of us in terms of armor, except gloves. And she is a trapper too, so we also have a trap person. Let's look at her skills first, actually. These are her stats, pretty average around the board. Her main talents are in spears and bows. She has a pretty great bow talent. She'll be able to hit things, that's a 17 in range combat, she'll be able to hit things quite nicely. Probably for not as much damage as Zibaran, but crossbows, bows, there's a difference. We're going to be faster and learn since battles cost less for provisions. It's a decent skill. And she also has pretty good perception, probably because of the elf. Traps, we can do level 1 stuff with that. And animal lore, which is the same as Nalrim's Warcraft, but now for beasts and the like. For spells, she has 3. Move as the lightning, which is just a buff. Hawkeye Marksmanship is a range attack buff. Lightning Find You is a hit chance debuff on enemies. Makes them less likely to hit people. Could be useful. And for special abilities, she can regen, cast faster, dodge, as well as target things, and stab quite nicely. She's a spear user and a bow user. Do we have anything to give her? Give her some more arrows. Oh, and with her comes an increase in load, which is balanced out by her own equipment, but we can give you these bolts. And that's about all of the rearranging we can do. Let's see. In fact, I think we're gonna just head back to Droll real quick to rest up. Get him his astral energy back. We have more than enough money.
You'll be sad.
Not the blacksmith, although since we have a lot of money, you can see what she has to offer too. I wouldn't mind this brigandine, but not for that price. Okay, nothing there. So let's go to the
How
inn.
else can I help? You'll...
Get a room.
Thanks.
And that's all we can do here. Now let's make sure that teacher can't teach us anything new up here.
What is it?
We'd like to learn.
Sarek has a lot of points, so we could use armor use too, but again, we're not really wearing that heavy armor yet, so I think our points could go better elsewhere. So we'll head out of town. And let's see. Could increase these stats, but we don't really need to yet. Have more than enough of all that. Decent talents there. So I say we just put another point in swords and leave it like that. For you, one more body control. And you hit things good enough for now. And for you, just 100 more AP and we'll be able to heal wounds, which is what we need. That's what we really need. And you don't have enough AP to really... I'll give one more move as lightning. Alright. So now we can head down the road to this trap node.
Are you headed to Chaliba? Perhaps you could do me a favor.
I doubt it.
Nothing big. Just give my regards to my rotten brother. He's easy to find. The richest merchant in Chaliba, married to the most beautiful woman in town.
Does he sell flying carpets too? Then we'll have the makings of a fairy tale.
Alright, so we seem to have another side quest on our hands.
Why don't you go and greet your brother yourself?
Chaliba is far from here, and my shoes are full of holes.
So we're you're going to hang out here.
And what's in it for us?
A flying carpet, perhaps?
It'll be useful, but I somehow doubt you're going to give us that, but we'll still do it anyway.
All right. What's his name?
Tell Sereno his brother Onaris says hello.
Alright, so we'll do that, but first we have a country estate to go raid. It's going to be in our dungeony area. A very big dungeony area. So let's first storm the gates. We have a lot of provisions, so we should be able to just pull
So,
up.
all three of you were wrongfully imprisoned, but for different reasons.
You make it sound like we invented the tale.
Never mind. Here we are. This is where your torturer lives.
Let's get his head.
Remember to give that head enough time to sing. I want answers.
You and me both. Let's shut them up before they can sound the alarm.
Alright, this is the trap tutorial. So, if we pass perception tests, then we can see traps. And if we want to disable traps, then we just go up to them and try to disable them. So that's how that works. We can see these traps are pretty open. So it's just... let's see... It seems to be 3 on 2, even though I can't see the third yet. He might come out later. I think we'll just rush it. And you can rush it too, because I want to get the trap taken out. You, though, can just take a shot. That's great. Critical hit right off the bat. They're gonna block off his little area. Oh, that's where the other guard is. Okay, halberds. Halberds are bad things. You need to die now. Now let's disable this trap. That's irritating. Okay, we're gonna need to heal Sarek now, so we cannot die.
Thanks.
How good it would be to have wound healing now. No hit. For a heavy hit again. You can take a shot. Oh! You can try this again. Get hit a bit, nothing too bad. We'll try for a feint actually. So close. This will finish you off.
Dead.
I'll take another shot at you. And since that trap's disabled, you can also take a shot up there. You probably need to be healed next turn, but I'm not going to run through the trap, so we'll have Sarek sprint over here and get really wounded. Wonder if we can leave this place mid-fight. It'd be weird, but God knows we have enough wounds to make it try. And you should get healed.
Thanks.
Let's try target a shot. He's almost dead. Sarah can move up there as he can. Now Arm's pretty nice and uninjured, thankfully. And this should finish it if it hits.
A job well done.
Okay, we're pretty hilariously wounded there. Do we get anything worth it? Not really. So I'll leave it. I think we can leave and just run right back to a healer, hilariously enough. Yes, we can, so we're gonna do just that. Certainly makes things easier on us.
Yes. We need a... Looks like... The gods be...
So I'm not gonna sprint around with 3 wounds, that makes them pretty much useless. So, back in we go. And now that we've spent a bit of time healing, we can probably do one more before we call the video. Alright, what's the fun here? Guard, good. 3 and 4. 3 on 4, that's almost too easy. But, you know, I'll take it. Seems to be... I'm gonna want to go for the... Say... go for this one first, because halberds seem to be bad business. That one. Now Rim can go over here. And Sarah can get on this one. Hopefully wound him. There we go. Well, that's going to be unfortunate. Infantry damage seems to be a new type of damage. Very painful type of damage if everything we've seen so far is to be believed. Not a fan. So we'll just heal Sarek up a little bit. And move first. Now we can heal him.
Thanks!
You can finish off this guy. You can finish off this guy. Well, I'm sure that alarm won't come back and haunt us. I'm sure of it. Come up and flank him. That's all of them. Another small bit of XP, decent chunk of money. Nothing we really need. The scythe's light, I'll take it. Alright, think this is where I'll call it for today. Next time, we'll finish up this country estate and see what this torturer is up to and what connection he has to all the proceedings. Until then, I'm Nerian. Take care.